Hi Matt. As we discussed over email, I've been having another play with ConnectIt-Assist and got a few enhancements. I'm hoping to build the release today and send it over to you, but I just thought I'd do you a quick video just to explain a couple of things. First thing you'll notice if you install from scratch is we've now got GPT 3.5 Turbo. Instruct as the default model to use. That's the one that's taken over from the previous one, the current kind of latest and greatest. If you're installing over the top of what you've got there already, you'll probably see the old one, but I will now talk you through how to change that. So if we test that, that's going to test OK, and we get a model list and ask a question options for us. What we have also now got on the configuration side is a similar function, which is going to populate this models drop-down list. Previously it was like coming soon, but I've now taken that out. So what we can do is update that models list. That's got exactly the same list as it has from the previous function. Just put it into this drop-down. We can now save that, and that will be there for future times I open the configuration. What I can then also do is update my model drop down, which has on this other tab meant that I've got a whole bunch of different ones to play with. The only one I've tried, well, the old, I think it's TextVinci 3, wasn't it, we were using before. The only ones I've tried are the ChatGPT and the old one. It works. What all these other ones, I have no idea whether it will work in the same manner. No idea. By all means play with it, and I'm sure you will. So that's it from a configuration side. Everything else is exactly the same. Nothing else has changed here. All right. So, and as with other ConnectIt applications, when you install over the top, it should retain all those settings that you've got configured. Okay. It's just going back to this. It's just this model via the configuration tab that you'll want to update. Okay, now on to the more interesting stuff, which is your new chat window. So some very exciting looking options along the bottom here. I will get to those in a moment. But one thing we were talking about was exporting stuff from QuoteWerks and pasting it in here, and potentially I guess you could be copy pasting from anywhere, but I'll just use that as an example. So we were going to go Tools, Export Items to Clipboard. I'm going to take the description. OK. Sure, I don't need to explain this to you. And if we go back to our chat window, I paste that in there, and the formatting isn't quite what we'd like. Pressing F5 will correct that for you. I won't bore you with the details of what was wrong with it and how it's corrected it, but it has now corrected it. You've now got those carriage return line feed characters in there. So let's just, what should we do? Let's translate that to Spanish, why not? 100. So let's chat that. And I think also before you might have seen this kind of messed up in terms of the formatting. That's now auto formatting to correct that output, and that will be consistent when it gets. In fact, I can show you when it gets sent to QuoteWerks. Okay, it's retained those carriage return line feeds. Okay, but now on to the exciting stuff. So we've got a number of options for the multi-line. We can just do selected line items. We can do all product service and or comment and or group header and or heading lines. I didn't see any point in including subtotals, running subtotals, discounts or charges, but hey, somebody might find a use case for it. So let's process all of those. Let's process all the product service lines. Just quickly show you the document. So yeah, we've got quite a few line items here. like servers and PCs type of quote. Okie doke, so let's do all the product service lines. Let's take it from the document items description and let's push it to the document items custom memo 1, and let's translate it to Spanish, why not? So rather than this chat option up here, I'm going to hit the process button down here, and that's going to go through, as you might guess, all of the line items on the document. You can see it working through and updating things in the window, just for the user to see some progress. You also at the bottom see the tokens and the tokens that are being used for the chat. Sure, it's doing it quicker earlier. Anyway, that looks like it has finally finished. And there we have our Spanish translations. Not quite sure what's happened to these ones. Oh, it's because they're comment lines, that's why. Let's do the comment lines. In fact, let's do the selected lines, why not? So we're going to tick that option, and as you'll see, it basically ignores the other options. They're no longer relevant, and I can select them continuously, or shift or control or whatever I want to do. And let's do that again. Okay, you can see in the background it's nicely translating to Spanish for us. So that's the first use case that you put to me. The second one was writing a proposal. And again, we'll take it from the document items description, but this time we will write it back to the document headers introduction notes and hit process. In fact, I don't want to do selected this time. I want to do product service. That's more like it. Okay, that was pretty quick. Didn't expect it to come back so soon. So yeah, you can see it's just like thrown what it took out of the document items at the top here, and it started writing our proposal letter. I didn't actually give it too much verbosity, so let's give it a bit more to play with and process that. Taking a little bit longer this time because obviously it's generating more text. Okay, that's a bit more like it. There we go. If you want to at your leisure, you can read that, and you can also write it to the QuoteWerks document. Okay, so like I said, I'm about to build this, and I will give you a link to the release, and I look forward to getting your thoughts.